Hi, Jayson Sidhu here again with Keller Williams Realty, and today I'm really excited to bring you a market update for November 2016. And if you've been following along over the last couple of months, you certainly know that our market here has shifted. Inventory has been rising, whereas sales had been decreasing and have kind of been bottoming out. We also know that we've seen pretty big shifts in our benchmark value. We've seen that number kind of declining since the peak of the marketplace. And the question I always get is what's happening in the marketplace, or what do I think is going to happen in the marketplace? And because we have this data in front of us, it really allows us to make informed predictions about what we think is going to happen. So let's dive right into the new listings, active listings, and sales graph. Remember, top line in red is the active listings, and we know that number had steadily been increasing, although in the month of October it did come down a little bit. But what's interesting to note is the bottom line in green, the sales. We've come off a historic market run, and we've seen that number shoot all the way down to 30 in August. Well, it's stayed fairly level, 28 in September, 30 in October. What happened in the month of November? And again, in November it was 29 units. We've basically seen about 30 homes selling month over month since August. But what's interesting is that having come off a historic market run, where a foreign investment tax was implemented, and the market kind of had the brakes. The market was kind of shocked, and the brakes were kind of put on the market. Even under those conditions, we're still seeing 30 units selling every month here in Delta, and we're basically seeing ourselves in a normal, balanced, healthy market. I want to jump right into the sales to active listings ratio, because this is a graph that basically tells us how our market is performing by way of how many homes are selling as a percentage. So again, going back to August, it was at 15%, healthy, balanced. We dropped down to 13% and then 14% in October, and you kind of started to wonder, where's the market going to go? Well, what happened in the month of November? And it's back up to 16%. So again, we're basically floating around that 15% mark. It's the bottom of a normal market, but still a normal market nonetheless. Let's jump right into the benchmark value, because this is the one that I think a lot of people have a question about, is what's happening to the value of our homes. We've seen that number shift downward since the peak of the marketplace. Last month it was 835,400. It had shifted downward from 875. It was the biggest shift downward that we've seen. What happened in November? Okay, and that number has dropped down to 832, so a very marginal shift downward. So again, when we look at the market as a whole, we've got data now for the last 120 days. Sales have remained relatively consistent, and now we're seeing this benchmark price somewhat level out. Again, it's Christmas now, very normal for the market to kind of cool off and not really have any predictors one way or the other, but it's going to be interesting to see what the market does when we get into the new year. And certainly I'll be the first to bring you the information. If you have any questions about your home or about the market or about anything that's going on out there, I'm happy to help. Feel free to reach out to me at any time. And certainly, I'll look forward to seeing you in the new year and bringing you some more timely information. Thanks again.